Well, when we talk in terms of mismatch, miscommunication, I think these are challenges of day-to-day operation between institutions of the ministry. You realize agriculture is one of the largest ministry we have in the country, with over 22 semi-autonomous government agencies, means parastatals under it. So this is a huge chunk of, of institutions that need to be coordinated. And when you are talking about the amount or bills outstanding between SFR and National Cereals and Produce Board, well, this exists because National Cereals and Produce Board is an agency of strategic food reserve. They are essentially supposed to report directly to SFR, not to the ministry. All right. And they have been mandated by Strategic Food Reserve to act on their behalf, either to purchase maize stocks or the grain stocks, or to have equivalent in cash, as the chairman has said. And so these bills have accumulated since the time when there was the issue of subsidized fertilizer, which was coming in 2018, 2019. Fortunately, there has been a shift in policy. Policy has changed, so there has been no import of subsidized fertilizer, except for those for the challenge for the youth and women group. And so that the problem that exists between the SFR, the NCPB and the ministry is real. It is not miscommunication. They have been communicating, but there has been challenge in funds. That is what, as far as the issue with the pending bills from NCPB is concerned. But let me also challenge both the ministry and SFR, because last year I know, because Kenya farmer has nobody to talk for. When we came and started talking about NCPB purchasing maize from farmers, the first price that was brought to our attention by SFR and through the ministry was 2,300. This is way below what we should be paying our farmers. Today, if you get maize from Mexico, it will land here at about 3,000, 3,200, 3,500. Why then should we allow our farmers to be paid paltry 2,300 and you are ready and very willing to import maize at a higher price
than that, possibly about.
So SFR and the ministry should rework its calculation. And now, since all the strategic food reserve is moved, must give the farmer the corresponding good price so that we are able to have this 1.5 million bags which are with the farmers. Today, if SFR and the ministry set this price at 3,000, 3,200, I can assure you tomorrow you will see a lot of maize being released to the market from the farmers.
There's much more than just the prices, I would want to say.
So 3,000, 3,200, SFR and the ministry should move swiftly to announce this price tomorrow, to be able to see more maize being released.
But that then, Mheshimiwa, is just short term, which is a good thing we are talking about. But then again, the interest of the farmers have, in a way, we have to get that, and that is what we failed to get as as a country for the longest of time. So a clear indication that maybe the increase, there's no encouragement in also the increase of the acreage of the crop. So. In your own capacity, like what Mojalelo was saying, you need to have policies that are well, of course, orchestrated towards guarding and, addressing some of these issues. So what have you put aboard in line of ensuring that interest of the common mwananchi, the farmer, most importantly, is guarded to a point whereby they will be encouraged to actually go out there and ensure that we get food, of course, security in the next years to come? Because like Madam Prasari was saying, it's very important that we look at the bigger plan, not looking at, 1 month after 1 month, the other month and everything.
Before I answer you, I think I want to dispel some of the statements here. SFR, we don't owe National Cereals Board anything.
Anything, yes.
They owe us a lot of money. There's been problems at NCPB for a long time, and everybody knows that over 20 officials of NCPB have been sent home because of mismanagement. NCPB has old stores, old silos that have not been technologically updated, You remember we went to South Africa and we
Yes.
saw those huge silos, and they are checked every day, and you know, things move like day and night. You know, we need to empower the National Cereals and Produce Board because the problems that they have emanate from 4 or 5 years ago. They owe us 1.5 billion shillings, in fact. But as to what we are doing, we have asked parliamentarians to address the issue of warehousing receipting. Something that we saw in South Africa and works very, very well. I hear it's being frustrated. I don't know. Maybe you can tell us.
Now, warehouse receipt system bill is finalized. We had mediation between the Senate and ourselves. There are certain issues the Senate also wanted to accommodate, but that has been finalized.
Yes.
So we are, and that is going to enhance commodities exchange.
Yes.
Very important, because this is going to reduce post-harvest loss, and it is also going to give the farmer an opportunity to seek finance on, you know, as a collateral of the product that they are selling. So warehouse receipt system bill is going to be assented to very soon.
That is going to solve a lot of problems for us, because the farmer will be guaranteed to have money from the bank and do his normal farming without waiting for his maize to be sold. And that system works very well in South Africa. But let me also touch on what the farmer needs. And I think Mheshimiwa touched on it.
Briefly, as to Surat, because of time.
Chemicals are very expensive. Diesel, spares for tractors, to have fertilizer in good time. By the way, do you know that we're going to have a very good crop this season because the farmers did not use the subsidized fertilizer? They actually use a more expensive brand of fertilizer, which is very good, and the maize is looking very well all over western parts of the country. So if we can empower our farmers to produce by giving them incentives in chemicals, in fuel, in spare parts, and good prices, yes, good prices, and have fertilizer here in November. I do farming in Trans Nzoia for the last 50 years. And once upon a time when KFA used to be operated properly, we used to get fertilizer in November. And give the farmer fertilizer in November, give him funds, and we'll produce maize to the level where we'll be able to actually supply Tanzania, supply Uganda.
Sufficient enough to supply our neighbors. Okay, let me get the sentiments of Honorable Passaris and Daktari before we go on break, come back and talk about a totally different issue that concerns the political development of the country. Yes, Honorable Passaris.
Back on food security.
Yes.
I think, as I said, I mean, there's a book that Richard Branson wrote recently. It's called Business Unusual. We have to change the way we do things. We have to try and ensure that we're sincere. And we have to understand that if we don't want a revolution in this country, then we have to make sure our nation is fed. A hungry nation is a dangerous nation.
The bread price led to Sudan's ouster of Omar al-Bashir.
Exactly. The price, exactly. We need to make sure, and we've got partners. We've got Mexico, we've got China.
Brazil.
China has a surplus of 457 million bags on food, on flour, which they want to feed their people, on wheat. If they can do it, they can do it. I mean, they can do it for us. They can help us out. Some of these partnerships that we have should be able to help our country. I mean, they want to do a big project for silk. We can't eat silk. I love the project for silk. At least we'll be able to earn foreign exchange. But let's talk to them about how can we make ourselves food secure? How can we end up exporting food to them because it's done well and it's good quality? And then as food safety ambassador, I have to say that there is an important need to make sure that not only do we have available and affordable food, we also have safe food.
Yeah.
Because the increase in cancer is because we are what we eat. And there's a correlation between cancer increase and food safety. So we need to make sure that the food is safe. And the money that you're owed by they're owned by, I think we need to make sure that it's paid. You know, some of these people are still continuing to do business. I think this is when the weekly meetings with Matiangi can be effective to make sure that, you know, we stop this business of paralyzing institutions that are meant to safeguard the interests of the public by withholding money that is due to them. Why are they still trading? Withdraw their licenses, and then you will see that they will retain.
Like the betting farms, Dr.
I like the fact that Mheshimiwa Passari is talking about that book by Richard Branson, Business Unusual. It's like we should all of us have a dream that no day will we have maize shortage in this country. And the only way to do it, policies. I'm a director in the board of KIPRA, and we usually do long-term policies. And if we adopt a long-term policy that will ensure that in the next 10 years, there is no importation of meat. It's possible. Because we need to empower. What Mheshimiwa is saying is, if we just open up and tell farmers, these are our prices, I'm telling you, there will be maize in this country.
Okay.
Let's support our farmers.
Yes.
And
Okay.
Exactly.
we'll go far.
Wow.
Thank you so much.